What's going on, y'all? I want to welcome you back to the Raw Report. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about you not being broken, you just running on the wrong operating system. And we're going to start by, let me ask you something. And I want you to be honest. Not with me. Be honest with yourself. You've been doing everything right, or at least everything they told you that was right. You've been working, you've been grinding, you've been providing, you've been checking all the boxes, and you still feel like you're on a treadmill, like a hamster on a treadmill. You basically constantly moving, but nothing's changing. Like nothing you do is changing. That's not by mistake. You ever had that moment where you looked around and everything you built or everything that you've gotten, and it just don't feel like it's enough? And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not laziness. It's not even that you're not thankful. It's a source code error, basically. It's like a operating system. You're basically running on the wrong code. You're trying to run. What you're feeling is purpose, but you're trying to run your purpose on a survival system, and it's just not the. That's why I said that's what I mean by source code. It's not lining up, and your system keep crashing because it was never just designed for you to carry what you've been asked to carry. Culture has put all this pressure on us to try to get us to carry all this, to build an identity of something that we're not. And that's not who we are. We are made in God's creation. So we're not made to find our identity by all the things we can gather. You've basically been operating on the software that the world gave you. You hustle harder, you earn more, you've proven yourself. And you figured out that ain't none of that working for you. Just because that's not the operating system that God gave you. That's a survival mindset to fit in this world. But it really has no significance in anything. And a lot of y'all are wondering why the success of what you've done, it just feels empty. It's because you're not doing it out of purpose. You're not even walking in your purpose. And that's why today's episode we're going to talk about the difference between being a machine and being a masterpiece. Because you don't even really know which one you are right now. And the way that they teach us how to be a machine is they always push this whole narrative of being self-made. And the world taught us basically it's a powerful thing if you self-made. You build it from scratch. You did it yourself. And when you're the architect of your own destiny and the author of your own story, it sounds like, yeah, that's the way to go. I'm gonna make it out the mud. I'm gonna get it out the mud. That's what we always say. I'm gonna get it out the mud. But really, what you're doing is you're isolating yourself, making it harder. And I want y'all to, I'm not just talking about something that I don't know. I've lived it. I've already done it. And I'm telling you, all it does is make it harder, and you waste a lot of time. Then once you figure it out, you old like me, and you're trying to figure out where did all the time go. And all the time go was you trying to put it together, trying to get out the mud by yourself, when there's some people out here that can help guide you to get there faster. The problem with trying to get it out the mud and do it by yourself, it means that you yourself have to decide what's true and what's not true. You have to figure out basically what your own purpose is. You have to create your own meaning of what you're supposed to be doing in this world with no instructions. You basically got to be the creator, the judge, the sustainer of your own life, all at the same time. And they make it sound like it's freedom, but it's really an impossible job description. Because when you're choosing your own truth, it sounds like freedom, like I said, until you realize that you're building something all inside of your head and you don't have no blueprint. And like I said, you can get there, but it takes way longer when all you have to do is chop it up with somebody who's already walked the path, who can tell you don't go there, just go be that, or do this, or don't do that, but you probably should do it this way. But it's a lot of ego and pride that keeps us spinning our wheels on the hamster wheel, call ourselves getting it out the mud. And that's the reason why a lot of young men right now are paralyzed. They can't move, they just stuck because they've been taught that they should get it out the mud. And I'm here to tell y'all that's a lie. Because I've done it way before y'all. And I know y'all out here still trying to do it. And I'm telling you, it's not the route. That's not the way to go. And it ain't because you ain't got no options. So y'all paralyzed because you trying to be self-sufficient. I got it out the mud. But you got options. It's options everywhere. You just don't know how to navigate those options because you won't get over yourself, get off that pride to go talk to somebody to help you move forward in the way that you should be going. Because when you're the only judge and jury of what you think matters and what's going on every single decision you make carries way more weight than it should. Because it might be something simple. But if you don't know, you go, I ain't gonna say automatically, but 9 times out of 10, you go choose what feels right. And the emotions don't got nothing to do with this. Especially not when you're trying to grow. Because if you choose wrong, there's nobody there to course correct you. So now you can stay on the wrong road for 5, 6, 7 years. Because it felt right to you. When somebody could have easily been like, nah, that ain't the way. That's a dead end. That don't lead to nothing. And there's basically no manual and no blueprint, not even a safety net to picking the wrong road. And that's why most of us men are out here anxious. That's why a lot of us are depressed. That's why a lot of men stay frozen, not because they weak though. It's because they carrying all this extra weight that they weren't designed to carry, but they refuse to give it to God. If I'm being honest, that's what it is. You refuse to give all that weight to God because you've been taught that authority is oppressive. And believe me, I was one of them. All right, man, look. That's just the way structure is. It's always going to be some authority somewhere. And whether it's your dad, we feel like he's outdated. If it's your pastor, he too controlling. And then they done tricked a lot of y'all into thinking that God is just a fairy tale. Like he ain't real. So you basically threw all that authority to the side, like I'm gonna figure it out myself. And now you ain't got nobody to look up to or to ask those questions to. That's basically simple questions or simple things that they've already done that you can learn from. But now you put yourself in a place where you feel like you gotta get it out the mud. I'm telling y'all, it's a myth. It's not real. You basically don't got no structure to grow inside of. You keep planting, trying to grow, but you ain't in the soil. And you wonder why you keep falling. The crazy part that ain't nobody told you is by rejecting all the different authority figures, you didn't free yourself. You actually made yourself your own boss. But like I said, one thing if I don't know nothing else, once you become your own boss, you come with a lot of responsibility. And if you're not ready for responsibility, that burden can actually kill you. It can hurt you a lot, because a lot of times, if we're being honest, we're not disciplined enough yet. So how are you going to be a boss, especially of your own life, and you're not disciplined with small stuff? Brushing your teeth, making your bed. And I just threw that out there. I'm going to even go a step further, because I see it a lot because I'm out here coaching basketball. A lot of these kids can't even tie their shoes, but you go be your own boss. That's crazy. You can't tie your own shoe, but you go be a boss. Yeah, okay. But I'm saying all that to say that you got to get over being proud, because being proud that you can't ask for help is actually hurting your growth. Because at the end of the day, God is our original creator. He's the one who created you to do what it is you need to do. And basically, if you think about it this way, if you bought a machine or anything, you bought an iPhone and it's worth a bunch of money, would you just go in and start playing with it, or do you try to at least look at the manual or figure out what's the best place to start? Or like a lot of us do, we go on YouTube and think we go get all the answers, this and that. Well, all the answers is in the manual. You got to go to the manufacturer. And the manufacturer of us, we was created by God. That means you got to go back to God, so you can figure out what it is He wants you to do. Because at the end of the day, you are a complex machine. But nobody wants to say it that way, but that's what it is. TikTok can't help you. Instagram can't help you. YouTube can't help you. Because the only person who can help you figure out what you need to be doing is God. And you won't go back to the manufacturer because they done told you he a fairy tale. And you're basically, your signal is off. That's why I said it's a source error code. Your signal is off. You're not tapped in with God enough to know which way you should be moving. You're so full of pride and ego that, and I'm saying a lot of y'all, it's keeping y'all isolated to the point where you won't even ask for help. So now you're stuck in darkness, and you got a compass, you just won't use it because you don't want to. I don't know if it's feeling weak, but you don't want to reach out to God for which way you should go. And so it's like you're in the middle of the wilderness and you refuse to ask for directions. And that's the way the world is right now. Everybody's out there in different storms. And whether it's social media or culture, everybody's opinion is basically a storm. And you keep trusting your gut, and your gut is in the storm. You're getting pulled in every single direction. And God is basically the only way out. He's the only thing that exists outside of your storm. And he can direct you out, but you gotta lean on him, because God ain't affected by the storm. His direction don't change because of what's trending. And basically, until you unlock the signal of what God wants for your life, you will keep walking through these same patterns and circles that you're constantly walking through. But here's, like I said, I'm just a messenger. I'm just saying. But here's the shift that you gotta make. The world tells you to create yourself. God says discover yourself. And that's a huge difference. Creating yourself means starting from nothing. Basically, you the artist, you the canvas, you the paint, and You don't even know what you paint. You don't even know what it looked like. But when you discover yourself, it means you was already designed. God already placed some gifts inside you. He already wrote your purpose into your DNA. Your job isn't to invent who you are, it's to uncover who you was meant to be. Psalms 139, 13 through 16. For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect. And in thy book all my members were written, which is continuance, were fashioned, when as yet was none of them. Before you had a name, God basically had a plan for you. Before you had a resume, God had your blueprint. You was designed before you was even delivered or even consumed, created in your mother's womb. So all I'm saying is stop trying to write the manual, because the manual was already made. You got to look inside. It's almost like if you had one of them old box Chevys and you threw a little paint on it, and you know when you first got it, it was rusted out, the engine was all messed up, and you threw some paint on it, some rims, and you think you riding. You might trick a couple of people with it. You might grab a couple girls or something, but at the end of the day, you still ain't fixed what's up under the hood. So what? You go ride for one good summer, and then that mug parked on the side of the car, on the side of the house on some bricks? Because, yeah, you made it look good. They call it, you made it, basically you put some lipstick on a pig, but it's still broken. It's still rotten inside. And God is the restorer who takes it back to its original factory, what he meant for you. So that's why you got to go back to God, because he needs to restore you, not throw some paint on you and try to remake you. He needs to restore you back to what his original intent was for your life. The version of you before you basically rusted yourself out with all this culture, the stuff that culture threw on us. Because God don't do upgrades. He basically does restorations. He's not trying to make you shinier version of your broken self. He's trying to take you back to the original blueprint. This is where basically everything changes. And I mean it all changes. But you got to be willing to let God restore you. What's crazy is the modern day society has us thinking that the weight, the fear, the failure of feeling like you can never do enough, all of it comes from basically one mindset. This is mine. I built it. I own it. It all falls apart because it's all on you. And at the end of the day, that's ego. And once you actually understand what I'm saying, that your ego is exhausting, because at some point that air is going to come out of that ego, and now you're going to have to come back to being humble. And hopefully the fall ain't too far, because if everything is yours, it's all your responsibility. Your family, your career, your reputation, your legacy, it's all yours. It's all on your shoulders. And a lot of us out here are crumbling under the weight of that. But when you stop and start shifting from ownership to stewardship and let God direct your path, your family, not yours, it's entrusted to you. Your talent, that's not yours. That's given to you. Your strength, that's not yours. That's been loaned to you. Your time on this earth, that's not yours either. That's been assigned to you. When you move from I own this to I've been entrusted with this, the pressure, it don't disappear, but it transforms. It gives you a different perception of what it is you're doing and how you're doing it. So you can be grateful for everything that you're doing. You're no longer the CEO panicking because your life is failing. You become the steward that's faithfully managing over what God placed in your hands. And pressure you feel isn't that you're not man enough. It's because you're trying to be your own God. Yes, God made us all gods because we made in his image. But you're trying to run without the manufacturer. That ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And culture has taught us today to equate your value with utility. You're useful. If you're useful, you matter. If you're not useful, you're worthless. That's killing your identity right there. That's why when men retire, it destroys men. And when unemployment happens, which that's going to happen right now with all this AI, a lot of people getting laid off, it starts to devastate men. But that's because you got your identity wrapped up in being, it's like they had us like robots, and now they're replacing us with robots. You don't know who you are. And I'm telling you to tap in with God to find out who you are. Because your worth is not tied into your output. Because God is establishing everything you do. He established you before you even picked up whatever trade or field or whatever job you was in. You are not what you do. You do what you are. Your identity comes first. Your identity was there when you was born. And then your activity and everything else flows from it. Not the other way around, the way culture made us think that, like when you meet people, what's the first thing they ask you? What you do? What I do. Because that's what they've attached value to, is what you do. And I'm telling you, that don't even matter. You're so much more than what you do. Because you're valuable. And it don't have nothing to do with what you bring to the table. It's because of whose table you sitting at. When you sit at God's table and do the purpose that he got for your life, you don't got to worry about all that outside noise. Because the world's version of being a dominant man is who can take the most, who can control the most, who can win the most. And it's crazy because it's total opposite. God's version of a masculine man or an alpha man is about sacrifice and provision. Who can give the most, who can serve the most, who can pour into other people the most. So it's totally different than what culture teaches us. The strongest man in the room isn't the one taking the most. It's the one with the capacity to give the most. And design, basically, he can do all these different things without needing no applause. That's deep. Philippians 2, 5 through 7. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus, who being in the form of God thought it not robbery to be equal with God, but made himself of no reputation and took upon him the form of a servant. Basically, Jesus had all the power in the universe, all the power in the world, and he uses to serve others. So that's not weakness. That's strength. It's basically the most kind of dangerous strength you can have is actually helping others to get to where they need to be. Because there's strength and direction. Basically, you have strength because it builds instead of destroying. That whole lone wolf thing, it sounds cool. And I'm gonna do a message on that too, the lone wolf. It sounds cool, but you realize that lone wolves don't lead packs, they die alone. But when you reconnect with God, you're not losing your independence. You're becoming part of a whole body, a purpose that's so much bigger than yourself. That's why, like, and I'm just using this analogy, but that's why, like in church, they always say brother, sister, because it's so much bigger than just you. You're part of something. You go from being a lonely man fighting for scraps to a general in a cause that's larger than your own survival. Because when you're fighting for scraps, like I said, you basically out there by yourself. But when you become part of the actual whole body, you're not by yourself. You always got help around. You helping others and they helping you. And the man of today is exhausted from grinding for the scraps, validation, and meaning, even though they know that the scraps don't even have purpose. They don't have nothing. But that's what coaches taught us to fight for. And God is asking you to come back to him because he has the keys to what you're trying to do. It's like you're out there begging for change, and God he got the keys. He's the heir, and you're an heir of his. And he's like, come back home, I got you. But you don't want to come back home because you're too proud. Like I said, y'all got to let that ego go. Because your inheritance going to require you to acknowledge the Father and get rid of your pride. But your pride won't let you do it. And I know you're tired. And I know why. You're tired because you've been trying to be your own creator. You're trying to be your own judge of your own life. And I get it, it's your life. You only get one. But everything that you're feeling, all the hurt that you're feeling, God can help you get back to your original design. And you got to stop feeling it with your bare hands because it's hurting. And it's not that you're not man enough. You're more than man enough. It's because you're trying to be your own God, like I said earlier. And that right there is where the conflict happens. Because what you don't realize is, and it just full cycle, I just explained it to you, the way I think about it. The way that they've trained us over all, just say the last 50 years, was like a robot. Now they got a robot to be a robot. They ready to throw all humans to the side. That's why so many people are losing their jobs right now. And I'm saying this because I want y'all to find your identity, because you can't, they don't care when they throw you to the side and make you lose your job because they've made you rely on the system that they've created. But now the efficiency that they've gotten from these computers, now they throwing people to the side like you go figure it out. Well, the only way to figure it out is to go back to your true maker, because they not gonna help you. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So your manhood is not it's not gonna be found in how much can you control. It's gonna be found in the moment you can surrender your whole trying to do it by yourself and accept God as your everything. Because God is waiting on you. He's waiting on you to repent so he can help guide and lead you, especially in this new world that we're walking into. Because you're a masterpiece, but you've been functioning as a machine because that's the way the world taught us. And the machine maker is basically, they're getting rid of you. They're getting rid of you for the AI. But God is calling his masterpiece back so he can get you back to your original design so you can do what you was intended to do here on this earth. So all I'm asking you to do is stop building from scratch and let the one who built you finish you. Finish what he started. Let him finish and do what he intended for you to do. Philippians 1:6, being confident of this very thing, that he which had begun a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. He already started the work, so let him finish it. By creating you, he started the work, so let him finish the work. Your only job that you got to do is stop fighting the process and let him complete it. But that's completely up to you. So that's my word for y'all today, man. Y'all already know, come join the free community. Y'all already know what I like to say. Stay real, stay raw, stay grounded in your faith, and walk boldly in your purpose. Till the next time, y'all, I'm out.